Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome to the Save from Rach podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
It's
good
not just you.
Hello, everyone.
Here we go again. It's really difficult thinking of different ways to start a podcast.
I know. It's because we don't want to fall into the kind of like old YouTube era of like, we've got one thing.
What's up, guys? We were rapping this morning.
Who remembers Marcus Butler? What was it?
Hello.
Sorry,
we were rapping this morning, just thinking, little podcast.
Yeah, we were brainstorming ideas, freestyle.
What would you call
raps, it? Podcast intro. Theme tune. Who knows? Yeah.
Let's just say.
Do you want a demo or?
No.
It
needs a bit more work. But coming to a
it was pretty fire, guys. All I'm going to say is Safe's a woman of many talents.
Yeah.
Including rapping.
Yeah.
Freestyle rapping.
Just give me a couple of weeks and we'll probably have something pulled together.
In lockdown, guys, there was this era with our friend Max where we legit would spend a lot of time just putting on instrumental rapping like beats.
Yeah.
They would just type in like rapping beats and Max would freestyle rap. And I have to say it was impressive, to say the least.
No, but I think when people are envisioning what he's doing, he's not like,
oh yeah,
it's not like, oh, we've just found the latest, it's like Kanye West.
It's
2.0.
almost like spoken word.
Yeah.
It's the speed of how quickly he was coming up with the rhymes.
I know.
That's where I fail. On the spot, he would start rapping about these topics and it was actually brilliant.
I was trash this morning is what I will say.
No, there are a few good rhymes in there,
Some nuggets of gold amongst a pile of trash.
Do let us know if you'd like Soph in the next episode to do a freestyle. Oh, can we actually just try
rap
that?
Intro?
Please, can we try that? Like me play a beat down the mic and you.
Okay. Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to get one up?
What now? Now?
I don't know.
No, in next week's episode. Next week's episode.
Okay. Tune in next week if you want to hear that. I've got a week to write a rap.
Yeah.
And then freestyle.
Like it's on the spot, like, whoa.
Whoa, brains is working really well today. Yeah. Anything else to add?
I reckon let's jump in.
You don't want to talk about anything else?
Oh, well, another life update, guys, is that I am moving flat.
Yes.
Which is fun, other than the fact that the flat we're moving into has no furniture. So where we record these podcasts is my flat and it came furnished. And obviously it's one of those things where I don't love the furniture. Like it's not awful, but I didn't choose it myself. So I am excited at the prospect of choosing furniture, but also it's not really my sweet spot, I'd say, of I can see furniture and think that it's cool. But when it comes to, putting it all together, going through like Facebook Marketplace, it's a bit long.
It is just long.
And
it's a lot of what, like actual like manual labor.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
what do you mean?
Just, moving furniture around and putting it together. Yeah. And it's actually just quite tiring.
But we have got a friend who has recently started an interior design business. We should give her a shout out. Stack Style. That's her interior business. And she's going to help us. So anyway, we won't be recording in this flat anymore. So it will look slightly different.
We'll
and we
probably
won't have a table.
On a hard wooden floor with two microphones.
We could use the bean bags and sit.
Beanbag, plural.
Well, if your little white chair.
Oh, true.
That would look quite cool.
Ooh, guys. It's all coming together.
The bean bag, yeah.
I was like, we're both sitting on that.
Piled on. Anyways, right. That's a little life update.
Take it in turns to sit on it.
But I think that could look quite cool. Like just me and Soph on white bean bags against a white kind of wall, nice wooden floor. We will be holding the mics. That's the only thing.
I think that's more in though now.
Yeah, it's kind of
I see
cool.
A lot of podcasts just sat back holding a mic.
Yeah.
Anyway. Besides the point.
Should we jump into this week's topic? Let's dive on in.
Here we go.
Splash,
we're in. Okay, do you want to do the honours? Do you want to read out?
Yeah, well, today, guys, we're talking about, we're going back to the relationships theme, and this week's topic is called It's Not Just You Who Overthinks a First Date. Ooh. So we're talking about first dates today, guys.
Dates.
which is just quite a funny topic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
we're excited to film this and record this, aren't we?
We're excited to chat about it. Okay, so first things first. First dates.
Yes.
When you hear the words first dates, you think about the concept of going on a first date. What kind of emotions does that invoke in you?
Invoke. Well, just to reiterate or iterate, I don't know if it's been left in. I've not been on tons of first dates, so it's not like I've got I'm not well versed in the first date.
She's not a serial dater.
No, that is not me. But I think that I do more err on the side of like, oh, it's quite exciting. Like, I would, if on the scale of exciting to nervous, I'd probably be more on the excited end.
Okay, brilliant.
I just quite like the kind of, I think it's just funny. Not funny, but like the whole process of like the build up. Maybe it's more because I've more been on the onlooker than the dater.
Yes, yeah.
And I just find it quite fun.
Yeah. The process of like, what are you doing? What are you going to wear?
Yeah.
How have they asked you out?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
But I think, again, I'm actually probably thinking more from the perspective of,
no, yeah.
I'm not going on the date.
Put yourself going on the date.
Gosh, that's quite hard.
Also, can I just say, would your scale change dependent on whether it's a blind date or a date with a friend?
I think I'd be more confident going on a blind date than I think oh gosh, yeah, I would get way more nervous if it's like someone I already know.
See, that is fascinating because I think I'm the opposite.
But do you not feel that it's like there's way more pressure because you know them and it's like there's more at stake?
Yes, but I think for me, the reason I find first dates so nerve-wracking is because I like hate awkwardness and I just hate like, I feel like I get so easily cringed out. And for me, if you were going on a date with someone you know, at least you just know there's not awkwardness in the way
there could be awkwardness though, because you're transitioning from like, if let's say you've been friends with them for a while and then you're suddenly on a date and it's like, how do we act?
I just think like if you've got a friendship, you kind of know their vibe, you can kind of laugh it off, you can have a joke, you can acknowledge the awkwardness if there is any. When you literally don't know someone, I don't know, it's already making me just actually feel a bit ill. No,
because if you don't know them, I mean, it depends what the other person's like, because I think I would back myself to be able to just have a conversation with someone I don't really know and it not be awkward.
Yeah, whereas I don't know if I back myself.
Fairs. Why not though? I think you'd be fine at doing that.
I don't. I'm not saying like it goes like awfully awkward. It's more just all the little, I also just generally kind of hate small talk. Like you're on a date and you're having to literally, you don't know anything about them. And it's like,
but for me,
do you have any siblings? It's like, I find that kind of chat really draining. Like I'd rather just be talking about something that's like life-giving.
Yeah. I guess it's, for me, I'm not so much thinking about how well the date's going, but more just, at least again, if you don't know someone, well, there's so much to talk about because you don't know anything about them. It's just like, I could literally ask you anything because I don't know anything about you, rather than envisioning someone you already know. And then it maybe is like, I don't know, even if it's someone, let's say you've only ever hung out with in like a group and then suddenly you're one-on-one and it's like, we've never actually like...
No, but do you know what it is? I think I like for things to feel natural.
Okay.
I think that's the key word, because even though, you could be asking them loads of different questions, in my head, what's cringing me out is it doesn't feel natural. Like going like, so like, have you ever blah, blah, blah. Like, I just like it to flow and feel like the vibe's already there and the relationship's already there, rather than like, I think that is what it is.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does make sense.
Just it doesn't feel natural to be doing like a Q&A across a table with someone, whereas like when you know them and you know all the basics about them, you can actually just like have a bit like of a more meaty conversation, which I enjoy.
Okay. So we've not actually asked you the question. What emotions are being evoked?
Just straight up fear.
Fear, anxiety, stress.
Yeah, we're definitely on opposite ends of the spectrum here, guys. So Yeah, I even just when I vision you on a date.
I mean,
obviously, I've
the
never
thing is,
been
though,
on a date
I'm
with
saying
you.
this, and it could be completely false.
No, but I just imagine you like going out. You're looking like a boss.
Obviously,
you're so smooth.
No,
like,
oh my gosh, don't say this. This is so cringe.
Why is that cringe?
I don't know.
That's literally what I envision. Whereas I just envision myself as just being, I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Because that's just not you at all.
I don't know.
You've literally made up for the person that you're just not.
I don't know.
Do you think you're an awkward person?
Yeah, I think I am.
You're not.
Oh, thanks, guys.
I'm just telling you now.
Turning into a
But I'm sorry. I'm just like, I think you have a view of yourself that you're an awkward person.
I mean, I think, and this is a side note, we're filming another episode on embarrassment. It all relates. All these things of how I feel relate in terms of like, I think, guys, I really don't like feeling embarrassed or awkward or cringing. And I feel like that's all the same kind of emotion.
Okay.
And I feel like maybe I have a view of myself of like, I can be like that. But anyway,
so
it's a conversation for another time. Do you have a first date story that you can share with us?
I do.
Oh, come on then.
Well, again, it's not really a first date story. I call it, it's an accidental first date that I accidentally went on.
Oh gosh. Oh, not one of those.
Yeah, I got baited.
Oh, it's making me feel.
Oy, oy, oy. I think that.
Oy, oy. That's such a you phrase.
Is it? Is it?
I don't know anyone else who does that.
Okay, aye, aye, aye.
We go oy, oy, oy. I genuinely don't know anyone else who does
When do I say that?
You do it loads. Like, I literally just realised.
Okay. Fair enough.
Oi, oi, oi.
Or no, I feel like I say sometimes like, I can remember.
You say loads of things like that.
Anyways,
oi, oi, oi.
Like I'm a pirate.
You went on the date.
Basically, I had gone home. I think I was at uni. I can't remember. I think I'd gone home from uni for Christmas.
First year, second year?
Maybe first year,
okay.
Second year, maybe. Yeah, let's say first year. Actually, yeah, first year. Friend had a New Year's Eve party. New Year's Eve party happened. Wonderful time, reconnecting with old friends. Great stuff. My friend was there and like so chill, been friends for ages, went to school together. And he was like, oh, we should hang out before we go back to uni, which wasn't like...
Have you done that before?
I don't think we'd ever hung out one-on-one.
Okay, well,
yeah.
that's the first red flag.
No, but it wasn't like in that conversation I was like, oh, like,
okay.
I was like, yeah, like we can, because in my head it's like it was a very established friendship where hanging out one-on-one wouldn't have been weird. Like, yeah, we'd never done it, but it wasn't like, that would make me feel weird and that would definitely be a date. So I'm like, oh yeah, okay. And then we're like, arranged to meet in town. I'm thinking, go for a Mackey's, maybe at a push like a Nando's, like pretty chill, just like catching up with a mate. Also, it's not like this big planned thing, like we're going to go here at this time, at this place, wear this and all of that. So meet in town and then get there and he's just like, I'm like, oh, like, what do you want to do? Like, where do you want to go to eat? Thinking he's just going to go, oh, I don't mind. Like, where do you want to go to eat? And he was like, yeah, I thought we could go to Zzz's. And I was like, Zzz's. That feels like a date. Like, I mean, I know Zzz's is hardly like, it's not like we're going to the Ritz.
Wait,
but
had he booked a table?
I don't think so.
Okay. I was going to say, if he'd gone, I've booked a table at Zzz's, that's even like.
But yeah.
He wants to go to Zzz's though, guys. If a guy wants to go to Zzz's,
then
you've
it's
heard
a date.
It here first.
You know it's a date. But I think it was more just like Zzz's feels like a step up from like a Nando's or like a Mackey's.
No, it does.
So I'm thinking, okay,
no.
Zzz's, that's quite like formal.
Yeah.
Not formal. I mean, I'm making myself sound like I've never been out anywhere nice to eat that I'm like getting gassed over going to Zzz's. Do you know what I mean? But you get the gist. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, let's just go to Subway. Okay, so we go to Zzz's and I'm already starting to go, oh no, if I just like totally misread the vibes here. Sit down and it's just weird. Like the vibes are off. Like I said, bearing in mind we're good friends. Really,
what, is he just suddenly gone nervous?
Yeah, I think so. And it's suddenly gone into this like formal, like, so how's, like, what are you going to do when you finish? Oh, it's just proper weird. Like where that just wouldn't have been.
Unnatural, guys. That's what I'm saying. Unnatural chat.
Yeah, but do you know who that was with? A friend that I'd known for ages.
Oh, yeah.
So, there we go. But so I was like,
oh no.
I was sat there and I was like, I don't feel like this is how we would normally interact. It feels different. So I'm already like, yeah. Like my thoughts being confirmed. This is like a date vibe. And then I'm like, okay, we're getting to the end of the meal. He cannot pay for this food. We have to split the bill.
Yeah.
Because if he pays, then it's definitely a date. So then the bill comes straight. I will pay for this. And I was like, no. I'm like, no. I'll pay. I will pay half. And then it's just kind of, I can't even remember what happened. I think
classic back forth.
I think I ended up paying half. Maybe I didn't. I can't remember. But it was essentially definitely confirmed this was not just two friends hanging out. Well, it was, but like.
Gosh. But then what happened after that?
Well, I went back to uni.
Did he message you or anything?
Yeah, but like it kind of like nothing was ever said. Nothing was ever established. So I don't know. He probably thinks I'm an idiot.
But okay, so do you think he worked out on the date you didn't think it was like that vibe? Because like surely he would then have followed up like loved hanging out, let's hang out again vibe.
I think it was I don't know. I think it all just, like I said, I was at uni.
It was all a bit weird.
I kind of sensed that, and then I was like, in reality, I should have just been more upfront.
Yeah.
But it all just kind of fizzled out.
Yeah.
Kind of, you're like, oh, I'll just, the messages get a bit slower. Anyway, yeah.
That is very unfortunate. Yeah. I mean, it's also like, it's quite, like it's a funny story to tell, isn't it? It's not like overly deep in terms of like, I don't know, something awful
I mean, I'm sure that's happened to loads of people where would
you have liked him? Like, would you have wanted?
I don't think so, no. Like, I just wanted to hang out with him as a friend.
Yeah.
And also at this point, I'm like, I literally live in Birmingham and you live somewhere completely different. But yeah.
Gosh.
Anyway.
Seasies.
Your turn. What's the story in Balamory?
I mean, I guess it's not a story so much, but I guess just to provide more context of how incapable I am of going on these kind of dates. Guys, honestly, I think I just get really worked up in my head in terms of like nerves and feeling ill before something, and just I think everyone feels a bit sick before they go on a first date, just kind of like the apprehension of what it's going to be like. But so I had a date last year and I didn't know him. Like I'd briefly met him, but I would say it was more verging on the side of blind date in terms of we hadn't spoken.
Yeah.
So I didn't know anything about them. And the date was in London, and I honestly, on that train journey was I texting you?
I would say also, like, you can be dramatic at times.
Yeah, I do have dramatic tendencies.
Just like a whole paragraph of sick emojis. I'm going to be sick. And I'm like, well, you're not, are you? You're not going to be sick.
And I don't know, but there's just something about getting off a train, seeing the guy in the distance. And I've like had other friends who've had dates like this where it's like you're going to meet them and like you're getting off a train and you can just see them. And it's just one of those things where obviously once you that, like I would say in those kind of scenarios, the first 5 minutes are just always going to be awkward. Like they're always going to be like you're both kind of hi, and then like, oh, like you almost don't know where to take the conversation. And then about like 5 minutes in, you both kind of just calm down.
Yeah.
But the first 5 minutes, I just think where you can see someone in the distance and you're approaching them. And like, it's the same thing as if you're going into a restaurant and you're looking around and you're trying to find them and then you see them. And it's just like, I don't know why, it's just adrenaline. Like it is. And this is in the context, like I say, of a blind date. Obviously, if you know someone, it's a bit more chill.
Yeah.
But
I think I do have a bit of kind of what's the word? I don't know. A motto. That's not what the word is. But anyway, I just think, no, scrap that. I believe that situations like that where, you know, it's like walking towards someone.
Yeah.
It is just kind of like a universally like, this is awkward thing.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes you just have to go down
Embrace
the route of like, yes, this is awkward because I've never met you and now I'm having to walk towards you. But like almost being like, yes, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And rather than like, I'm such an awkward person, I'm such an awkward person. It's like, no, it's like you've never met them. Of course, it's not going to be this natural like, oh, hello. Like it's...
And I think if you go into it knowing the first 5 minutes, like I say, probably will be awkward
because I don't know them.
You don't know what to talk about. Like, that's fine.
But it doesn't mean that it's like...
but I think it's like what I was saying. I just get easily cringed out. So I'm just like, I'd rather not do it. But yeah.
Were you having a hot flush?
Probably. I also have hot flush. I mean... When you say hot flush, it sounds like
not
I'm
going
on
through the menopause.
I just will also blush a lot when I'm embarrassed or when I'm finding something awkward. I don't think I did. I don't remember in that instance. I think it was more just the adrenaline, like heart pounding. Oh, I really hope they don't listen. You know, and you just hear the other side of someone's story and you're like, oh, that's embarrassing. Anyways, so what I would say, guys, is for me, historically, dates with people that I have known a little bit better, or my kind of ideal is like your friends and then you do kind of end up going on a date. Yeah, that's way better for me personally. Whereas, yeah, that's where we're different, isn't it?
Isn't it?
But what would be your ideal first date now? So obviously, right, so you're going to say that would be with someone you don't know?
No.
Okay. So either or.
Alton Towers.
Surely not. Are you being serious?
Don't know. No. I don't know. Alton Towers, would that be fun?
Oh, you're like on the roller coaster like,
just hold your hand.
I'm going to be sick.
Maybe not Alton Towers.
What is your ideal first date? I don't know if I've ever asked you that.
Maybe it would be Alton Towers. Maybe they've cracked it. No, I think... Do you know what? I think it might be Alton Towers. Plenty of time to chat in the queues. You're doing something though. Fun. You see their fun side. You'd want
okay. Specifically Alton Towers.
Like I would want to date someone that goes on rides.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
As in, is that like a non-negotiable?
Yeah. Deal breaker. It's just not in my character. Like can't be doing that.
So like we've never been to a theme park. As in like you're making it sound like you're a theme park fanatic.
I love theme parks. I just don't go. Okay. I've been gagging to go to Alton Towers for about 3 years and I can never plan it.
Sorry, you keep saying Alton Towers. Is it just Alton Towers or
a theme
would
park?
Thought Park
Thought Park would do. But I know Alton Towers, so I'd probably feel a bit more comfortable in the space. Like I think I'd feel on edge going to Thought Park because I've never been there and I don't know what the rides are like. Okay,
so you're like standing in queues all day.
Chatting. Good time to chat.
Yeah, true. It's better than like the cinema.
Daytime chill. Yeah, so it's not not intense evening. Okay. Something to do. Yeah. You can see their like fun side.
Yeah. What would be an ick if like they get on the roller coaster?
Do you know what would be an ick? Is like we've queued for like 2 hours to go on a ride. Get to the front, get in the seats. They've put the like seat belts down, and then they just go, "Oh, sorry, I can't do this. I need to get off." And then the whole ride has to like stop, and
I thought you were going to say then they needed the toilet or something. Right?
No, that's fine. Yeah,
okay, that's okay.
I don't know. Does that sound bad?
Well, no, because if you love it and you want to ride the roller coaster with them, then obviously that's going to be annoying if they get off.
It's like a metaphor for life.
You can just imagine
life's
you on
a
the
roller coaster.
Like, so do you have any siblings?
How many kids do you want?
No, but would it be an ick if they were screaming their head off?
No, I'd find it funny.
Okay, what if they were on it, but actually they were scared?
Don't mind. I think an ick would be...
No, but they were literally like crying. They were that scared.
I think I'd just find it funny. No, do you know what an ick would be? You know, they take that picture on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
If it was like a really bad picture.
They look like...
So, ugh.
Yeah.
Good release.
Would you like it if they bought you a frame, like one of the? Like...
No, I don't want them to like win me a teddy.
Oh,
I don't know why I said that. Yeah, buy a picture of the roller coaster. Yeah, that's brilliant. Love that.
a key ring.
Yeah, no, I love that. Yeah, great. I know. I really like the idea of that.
And then, would you go for drinks after, or is it then
I
they
mean,
drop you
theme
home?
park is quite a long day.
You have to like travel there together as well. So that's it. They drop you home.
I think so.
Okay.
We've probably spent at this point like 8 hours together. So
Okay. Lovely.
I don't know. That just was a random thought, and then I think I've just nailed it.
Really ran away.
I think I've just nailed it.
Well, guys, to anyone listening, if you're interested in soap, you know what to do.
Get those Alton Towers tickets.
Oh, okay. Here's a random question. If they bought, would you want them to buy your Alton Towers ticket?
No, don't have to. They can buy me like a ice cream or something when we're there.
Okay, lovely.
They need to. It's like £40.
Yeah, no. I was going to say, but I didn't know whether that was
First
an
date as well.
expectation as part of the
£40
date.
on a first date. They're spending like 80 quid at this point.
Would you want to have organised the
Plus
first
petrol.
date as well?
No, like joint effort.
Okay. So, because I personally would quite like it
If they were like,
just had a whole plan.
oh, to be fair.
I quite like the surprise element. Where you're
Yeah.
like, I'm 50-50, I'll contribute.
I don't know. Maybe it'd be nice if like, I've booked us 2 tickets to Alton Towers, but then I would like them pay. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm not
I've
saying
sorted
they
it
have
all
to
out.
pay, but if they said to me, like, it's going to be this day, like this time I'll come pick you up, like I'll be like,
Oh, yeah.
great. Like,
Yeah.
and they've just like thought it all through. That
Yeah.
would be really
No,
nice.
I'd like that, but obviously they need to know that I want to go to Alton Towers. So I'm going to have had to have played some part.
Yes, not a surprise, but
Hint, hint. You just set the scene though for a perfect.
That is brilliant. Well, lovely.
Yeah, great.
I wonder if anyone else can relate. Let us know, guys, if you'd love.
Would you like that?
No,
Why?
because I don't love roller coasters that much. To like it would be fun. Like it is quite cute.
I feel like I'm in like an American film.
Also, I would probably give myself the ick on those kind of rides, just
Okay.
screaming and being really dramatic about it.
Yeah. What would be your ideal first date?
I think for me, I think like I was just saying, I do quite enjoy the idea of it being organised, as in not like it's not an essential, but I like if it's just part of the like it's nice to feel kind of pursued a bit, particularly at the start where it's like like they've come up with a plan. I'm quite chill in terms of there are a few things that I definitely wouldn't want to do. I really wouldn't want to go to the cinema on a first date. Or any date. I don't love the cinema, but just like you can't talk.
That is so dead.
Yeah. Like
That's what you do when you're in like an established relationship.
Yeah.
Like I don't really.
Yeah, because you want to see the film.
Yeah.
Not because it's quality time.
No.
It's like you're not talking.
Well, it is quality time, but it's like I don't need to talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my opinion.
And like I hate like bowling. That would
Bowling with 2 people
really-
as well, dead. That is so dead.
I really wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, but when
Or,
you're
like,
bowling with 2
pinball
people,
machines,
but
like,
when you're
all the-
bowling with 2 people, it's like so you bowl and then you come back and then they bowl and then you bowl. So when are you even talking?
But some people love it. Like they get the drinks in. They like. But I just generally again don't love bowling.
What about like
so-
Laser Quest?
No, anything. Right,
That'll
any
be
kind
funny.
of organised fun like that. Genuinely, ghetto golf would hate that. Just I don't like those kind of things. Not gonna lie. So that would be a no. I think for me, I just love like a classic walk.
Anywhere in particular?
No, I think having grown up in the country a bit, like I do just like the idea of, I don't know, they come, they pick you up, depending on where you live. Like you might live rural, I might live rural, and sorry.
What are you talking about?
I was just trying to say whether we drive to a walk, but
Okay.
basically I'm envisioning
Could be a local
countryside.
walk. Could be a walk that you travel to.
No, sorry, I'm envisioning countryside. That was the
Yes.
point. I'm not saying like walk round the residential roads.
Yes,
from my
yes,
house.
yes.
Like I'm envisioning.
Also, we live in Birmingham, so obviously you are going to have to drive
I
if you
don't
want to.
really want to go down like the canal. Let's be honest.
Okay,
So
great.
go somewhere rural, go on like a really nice walk, have like a pub lunch vibe. Yeah, I would love that as like a first date. I think like second date, I would prefer more like evening, like go for drinks, not dinner. I don't love that.
Okay.
But like
It's almost like this has actually happened in this exact order.
but I would prefer to go on a walk. I like walking because you can walk next to each other without having to gaze across a table like at
Bit
each
like
other.
being on a ride at Alton Towers.
Yeah, a little bit. You could say. So yeah, anyways, right. This episode,
So
guys,
pretty similar vibes
today.
for our first dates.
Yeah, pretty similar.
Yeah.
Mine's nice and chill. Yours is an adrenaline roller coaster day, but Okay.
Let's move on.
To bring this episode to a close, guys, we saw this post on an account called We're Not Really Strangers. If you don't follow this account, you should.
Yeah, they're great.
They're great and they've got a great game. And it was basically saying, so they put up like cards which are part of their game. And the question on this card is, what's something small on a first date that's a big deal to you?
Okay.
And
we were looking through the comments and enjoying.
Some of the comments are incredible. So first one is, if they arrive before me, they text me exactly where they are in the restaurant. I love that.
Yeah.
I do see that.
Them arriving before. Them arriving first, but also that's probably again avoiding the like looking around the restaurant. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, but then to be fair, if you arrive first and you just don't have that at all.
Yeah. True.
So
True.
Pros and cons.
Okay. Texting me after to tell me that you had a good time and looking forward to seeing me again. That's nice. I would say
just
that's
standard,
like, yeah,
really.
I would say that's not like above and beyond. That's
bare minimum.
Yeah. If the date's gone well, obviously you would expect then
follow-up text.
Like I enjoyed this. Okay. This one's really interesting. How they treat the waiter, waitress, also making reference to things you've said before, which shows attentiveness and good listening skills. That first bit, how they treat the waiter, waitress, is actually quite key for me.
Yeah. What's like something that they could do that would be just like, oh my gosh, can't believe you've done that.
Just rude. Like, let's say.
I love that.
Even just, yeah. It's like, or the flip side of it, I would find it really attractive if like the waitress or waiter came over, they went, hey, like, how you doing? Really friendly, polite, just like, oh, like, could we get this? Could we get this, please? And I'm not saying that if there was a problem with the food, it would be like wrong for them to, like, I'm not saying that. I'm just purely talking about politeness and treating people with respect. Yeah. Like, when someone orders food and they don't say please, I find that really...
yes, not good.
Not good. Okay, someone said, once this guy kissed my hand on our first date and it has become my standard. How would you feel midway through the date?
No.
Let's say you've not even like broken the like physical touch boundary. They just reach across, they take your hand, they pull your hand towards them and they kiss.
No, because that's more, I think that's more like upon entry. That's more like a greeting, isn't it? Like they walk towards you and they go, my lady.
No, I'm envisioning just being sat across the table and they just pick it up and... Or I actually can imagine you doing this. Would you be someone in a relationship that holds hands across the table?
I don't know.
I feel like we've had this conversation and you would.
No, I don't think so. Depends.
Okay, well, if and when you do ever get into a relationship, we're coming back to this podcast episode because I think you will.
Why?
Just because I can just imagine you doing that.
You've got a whole perception of me that I just don't think is true.
I do. Okay, so if they kissed your hand, would that literally be like...
Just freaking me out. She's like, why have you done that? Who's doing that in 2023?
Would you pick up their hand and kiss it back?
Probably. Like, why not? We're here now.
But would that be a serious, like...
If they did it as a joke, I'd find it funny.
But if it was serious, would it be enough to be like, I'm not going to see them again?
I think I'd just really question like the person I thought that they were. Like if I was like, oh, we're really getting on and then they did that, I would just backtrack everything and be like, no, I don't think I actually know who you are. That just feels rogue. It feels so weird.
Okay.
But clearly this girl or guy.
Someone said a girl saying thank you after I pay. That is an essential.
I mean, these are bare minimum.
And I would also say,
like, that's
if you
just basic
are a
manners.
girl and the guy is paying, at least offer.
Yeah, at least offer.
At least offer or offer to pay
Especially
half.
first date, I think.
Don't assume.
I don't know. I don't know.
I love this one. Someone said how much they use their phone. Not gonna lie, if you're on a first date and someone's getting out their phone to text.
Massive. Even to be fair, I think I would even not like it if it was on the table.
Yeah. Put it in the bag.
Put it away. Put it in your pocket.
What would you do if the food arrived and the guy
Took a picture?
got out his phone and took a photo?
Of the food or me?
Both. Like, kind of just like, they're just like, say this is the table, they're just holding up the phone. Yeah.
Be fine.
I don't know. I think for me, it's not taking a photo, but it's getting out the phone thing. It's like you're interrupting the flow of what we're talking about to take a photo. I'd rather you didn't.
But then also it's like, but then what if you got married and then you've actually got a picture from your first date?
True. Okay, someone said conversation that lasts hours before you realise it's been hours. Soph's pulling her face.
Yeah.
It's quite romantic.
Like 8 hours at a theme park, for example.
Punctuality. Ooh.
If I went to a first date and they were like late. 20 minutes late.
How long would you say is then like you're just tapping out?
Tapping out? What, like going home?
No, like
as in like you've really put me off.
Yeah. I would say over 10 minutes.
Yeah, 15 max.
Yeah.
Depends what's happened as well. If it's like, like I'm stuck in traffic or my train's delayed, like something that they can't help, obviously. But if it's literally just poor time management, then
yeah,
big.
Okay, and then someone said
lost.
Asking to kiss.
As in they want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As in like, would you prefer?
Some people really do.
Would you prefer someone to just make a move or to go, can I kiss you?
On a first date?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd probably be. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I think it just depends what's going on.
Yeah, it depends the vibe. I think maybe just going in. If they're confident.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not too fussed on that one.
It's hard to know though, because obviously it feels really hard on the guy, isn't it, to gauge what's the best thing to do.
Someone said
that.
Not afraid to show they're a little nervous, excited, awkward. Feels sincere.
Oh, no, yeah, I quite like that.
I don't.
Yeah, because you're toxic.
Oh, no.
You like toxic masculinity.
No, I don't. Okay, final one. Text me when you're home.
Yeah. Some of these I just think are like the bare minimums of just like human interaction.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's nice.
But I guess they are the small things that make a difference. Yeah, they are the small things.
And it did say the small things.
There is a lot about being polite to the waiter and waitress. Yeah. That is a real thing, guys. To all you men out there.
We are now on 40 minutes for this podcast.
Okay, guys. This is probably our longest episode yet, but I've thoroughly enjoyed that.
Oh, yeah, same.
That has been brilliant.
Love it.
Let us know, guys, if you have any just really funny first date stories, please can you DM us, because we'll have a good lol.
Absolutely.
And what are the little things that you like on a date? We want to know. Let us know.
Yes. Okay. We're going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
We will see you next week for our next episode.
Yep. See you then, guys.
Bye.
Bye.